Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the 8th video in my creation kit series. Now I said I didn't mention this in my last video, but I'm added a note in the description section about it, and when I get ready to post these, I'll add an overlay on the video itself pointing to this video. This is so we don't get too far ahead of ourselves. Alright. Go ahead and load up Creation Kit as usual. This will be the last time I do this to show you guys. This is an every time thing, so let it load up. Now remember, if you followed last video, you already made your warehouse cell. And it's gonna load. It's taking a little bit. I've been playing with a lot with my computer. Now if you have trouble like this and it's taking forever to load, try restarting your computer. That's probably what I need to do. Alright, as usual, open your data here by clicking on the little folder icon. Double click your mod, set as active file, push OK, and we'll come back when it's all loaded up. Okay, here we are on the Creation Kit. We got it all loaded up. Go ahead and click on your mod on your test cell, on your cell, whatever you want to call it. Alright, since we're right here, we're going to go ahead and zoom out. As you can see, I still got all, I just got the stuff here that I did. Go ahead, push A to turn on your lights. You don't need to have your lights off at this time. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select all this stuff. Well, see how it chooses everything? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and zoom in right here and just click on the table. Just click on the table and then turn off your markers by pushing M, and go ahead and select all this stuff, everything, the plates, the goblets, this, all the garlic bread. Remember, we got that all in the warehouse, so this is no big deal what we're about to do. Go ahead and select everything, and I'm gonna have to select my knife right here. Selected my knife. Sometimes you gotta unselect something to select something. See how that works? Alright, got that one done. Gonna do the same thing over here. Select the table. I'm gonna select my silverware first, or my dwemerware. Yeah, dwemerware, that's what it is. And then I'm gonna select everything here. Make sure you get everything. Like that, and push your delete key. Everything disappears. Make sure everything's gone. Alright, there's a reason why I did that, and you'll see here pretty soon. Go ahead, turn your markers back on so you know where you're at. Shift F to zoom in. Now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and spin around and get a good look at it. You can go ahead and turn your markers off. Actually, yeah. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna nav mesh our house. And this is, you know, I've seen quite a few videos, guys talking about nav meshing and how hard it is, and everything. And I figured out an easier way to do it. It's still a pig. It's still a raging bitch. But anyway, this button, you'll see this button right here. It's got these little red dots and lines on it. Go ahead, push that. And what that is your Navmesh button. Okay? And what I'm probably going to have to do, because my recording screen is no, I got it. There we go. I just had to grab it. Alright, you want to hold control, click on your window so you can get in close. Like that. Hold control and right click one time right there. See how it puts the green thing? And then right click one time right there. Well, I don't like that. We're going to go ahead and click on it once, push delete, click on this once, then hold control. I want to get it pretty much right up to the door. That's good. Leave those two selected green, and then you want to zoom out a little bit here. It's harder to do like in the Nordic runes, because in the Nordic set, because it's got those center things. Like in the Gen set, this is really easy in the general kit. But anyway, hold your control and push right click again, and you'll see this come up right here. That's a piece of Navmesh. Your characters need that. Now you'll see sometimes that it does this. This happens a lot. Just pay attention to what you're doing. It'll see these two are green, but this one ain't. Go ahead, click in the void, and they'll all turn red. Now go ahead and you'll see this third button right here. I'm not sure, it's the vertices, select edges, that's right. Turn that off. And then hold control, push that one, and push that one. Let go of control, zoom in, find where you're at here. Okay. Hold control and right click. See, now that's a good example. If that happens, that's not good. What happened there is that I was too high up and it put it up here. So the easy way to take care of that is just to click on it once and hit delete. No big deal. This is what I was talking about. This can be a raging bitch sometimes. Hold control, select that one. Hold control, select that one. Sometimes you got to get in right close to it. And put right click and you'll get another one just like that. Now you can see both of those are on there. Now what you want to do is when you're doing a hallway, go ahead and come up to the your door here. Let me get in there so I know what I'm doing here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to right hold control, right click again. And what this does is that I'll put a Navmesh right there. Let's make sure. Now see that I got to do this. I got to deselect. Oop, deselect it. Hold control, select that one. Go over and spin in so you can see this one. Hold control, select that one. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop a Navmesh vertex right here by pushing hold control and right click. There we go. Now we got these. Where'd it go? There it is. Now we got those two right there. Go ahead and hold control and right click one right there. And what that does is that will give you a place to start off to go into that room. But we're not going to do the room just yet. I'm going to go ahead and even up here. There we go. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go to my door here. Hold control, right click. There we go. Now I need to fix that, because if I put it in there, it's going to go there and the character's going to walk into the wall. So I want to fix that. I'm going to go ahead and delete that piece of Navmesh. I want to fix that little mistake of them going into that wall, because that's what's going to happen. So I'll go ahead and I'll click on that one, hold control, click on that one, hold control, and put one right there, just like that. Now that gives me a see, now that's a little too high. Go ahead, delete it, do it over. This happens a lot when you're doing Navmesh. You just got to pay attention to what you're doing. Sometimes you have to get in really close to put it where you want it. We're going to put it right there. It's still going to put it up in the air like that. So what we can do is we'll go ahead and put the select edges on again. We'll turn that back on. Hold control. Put your cursor right on the line and right click. See it now it's giving me that right there. That's alright. That's fine. We can still hold control. We'll go a little further down here. Hold control so the line's like that. And see, now it's being a real bastard. It's being a real bastard. We can fix that though. What we'll do is we'll right click there, right click there. Now we got those three like that. We can just go ahead and delete that out. We'll just go ahead and delete it out completely. No big deal. Hold control. And I left click when I select those. So just so you know. I'm going to hold control and then I'm going to right click. Now, so what I've done is I still got my path for my Navmesh go in the room, but I've evened it out in the hallway. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to add me in another one. Remember, those two are already selected. I'm going to get in close so this works. And we're going to go right there. Just like that. We got the Navmesh here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on that one. Left click it. It's pretty much once you figure out how to lay it, it's the same thing every time. So I'll hold control. Now see how this line turns green? You're just going to have to undo it. Then you go up here and then you turn that select edges off, because that gets to be a rotten pain in the ass, I'll tell you what. And now we want to hold that one. Now what that's going to do is going to give us a little more. And just because I know what's going to happen if I go up here and click it, it's going to put it all through there. We're going to go ahead and zoom in here a little bit, and I'm going to put one right there, which is fine. I'll go ahead, unselect everything, and start over with it like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and put one right here. Now I got those two green dots right there. That's okay. That's what I wanted. Now I'm going to put one here. Now I have a place to start off into the house. Now what we're going to do is some stair work. You want to have one at the bottom of the stairs, right at the bottom. So what you want to do is put it right, like right there, and then hold. You got to hold control a lot doing this, and then you want to have one right there, right at the bottom of the stairs. Now you don't have to do every single landing, although some people do. You don't really have to. But what you do have to do is get all the way up to the top Zoom out so you can see what you're doing a little bit there. Zoom back in. And you want to put it right on the edge of the thing right here. Just like that. Go back down to your stairs here. Click over here to unselect it. Click that one. Go back up to the top. Hold Control, click that one. Now, hold Control, right click. Now what you've done is you've Navmeshed the whole stairwell. Don't worry about it if it shows through like that. The characters will still go up the stairs. What Navmesh is it is basically the pathfinding for your NPCs. As a player, you can go anywhere, but NPCs need Navmesh. So we're going to go around this corner, just like this. See, that's fine. That's not a big deal if it's in over there. That's not a big deal at all. And we'll go up here and we'll put one right here. Put another one right about there. Now remember that you gotta if you've put hallways in, you gotta make sure to come up to the edge of the hallway and then put another one right here so you can go off in the other direction. We got that part done for right now. Let's do one of our rooms right quick. We'll get in here, and the easy way is just to click that one, and that'll give you that right there, and then click that one, and you'll have to, of course you'll have to do all this. You don't have to have it right up against the wall. That's not as important as you might think. Get your things going right here. Okay, now what we want to do is zoom out and decide how we're going to do this. Well, I want to have, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put one right there. Get in close, and it offsets a little bit, so put it over like that. See how I did that? It's nice and flat on the floor. I want to go around that corner, so I'm going to go ahead and place me one right here, and then one right there. It's dirty, I know. Alright, we got that up there. We're going to go ahead and take it all the way, extend the Navmesh all the way over to there. Unselect it. Select the dots there. And we're going to go ahead and extend the Navmesh that way. Unselect it. Select your edges here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put one there, and that's already selected, so I'm going to put one there. Now I'm probably going to end up happen to do this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one there, just like that. And if this is just for NPCs, so we kind of figure that the NPC, unless we're going to you decide you want to put something in there that they're going to have to use, you don't really have to put Navmesh there. But it's a good idea anyway. So let's redo that. We'll go ahead and push that right there. Hold Control. And we'll put a line, put a vertex right there. turn this back off. And we're going to go ahead and put one right there. Now if that happens, that is not as a big deal as you think. Just push A. Oh, see, now I didn't. It had to do that just to prove me wrong. Unselect everything, hold Control, and select these, and then push A. Alright? Same thing. Just select those right there. You don't want that one selected. And then you just put your Navmesh up into the corner. You can do that with all of it. I personally don't think I'm going to have anything up in that corner that the character is going to activate. So now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click out there so it unselects everything. I'm going to click that one. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side of the room. Right there looks like a good spot. Nice big wide nav mesh. That's fine. Click out. Select my edges. Put one right there. Click out. I want to have more than, see? Just like that. Same thing over here. If you figure you're going to put something up, a device of some kind, or furniture or something that you're going to use, and put it up in these alcoves that characters will have to walk up to use, you'll have to nav mesh all of that too. But I don't see where I would need to, but I'm going to do it anyway, just to be a stickler about it, just so there's nothing wrong with making sure, doing it and making sure it's done, because that way it'll be done. You won't have to worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and add that piece in right there. That's fine. That's all I need to do now. Now you can see I got this up here. This is at the point you bring this nav mesh up. You see this check mark here? That is finalize current cell. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finalize it. And you see down at the bottom it said that the cell finalization was complete. Go ahead and close that. Now I'm going to re-add my two tables, because I want to do this before I end this video. And where am I? For some reason I am like way underneath of it. There we go. F. Shift F. Oh, my COC marker disappeared. That's why. Okay, that's easy enough to fix. Go to your object window. Type COC, scroll down, push A, and you'll see COC marker heading. Click on that, drag it in, and drop it right on the floor here. And it proved me a liar. Oh, that's because it didn't. That's why. I can go ahead and delete that. That's why I didn't do it. I didn't have my markers turned on. I forgot. My bad. Now, we can go ahead and click on the table here to get us over top of it. Click out into the void. Hold Control. Select everything like this, just like we did last time. And then right-click, copy. And we're going to go back to our house. Go back to our room here. Get down here. Zoom out a little bit. Click off in the void. Zoom back in. and paste. Let's go ahead and spin that around like we had it. Hold your Z key. Bring it up to the floor like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I want to kind of get it right under the light. Push A to turn off the lights. Yeah, that's excellent. Right click, duplicate. Same thing. Oops. Slide it off just like that. Now I've got table setting for 4 people. Even it up. That looks great. Just like that. Now here's where we do this. Click on your before you click on your Navmesh, what you do is select just the table. Just the table. Hold Control and select the other table. Just like that. Alright, now click on your Navmesh. You'll see that come up. Now you'll see this here button that says Cut Selected Object. We'll go ahead and do that. And what that does is see how it cuts it out of Navmesh and it recasts it for you. Nice and easy, lemon cheesy peasy. And for the characters to use the markers to set at the table, these blue pieces here, these blue parts of the marker have to be over Navmesh. So this works real good. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and finalize again. See down at the bottom there it says finalize cell complete. We'll go ahead and close that off. Get up here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and after I'm done with this video, I'm going to go ahead and Navmesh the whole rest of my mod right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to start with more clutter and stuff. Once I get it all Navmesh, next video I'm gonna build the crafting and smithing area, but I'll have it all Navmeshed already all out for later on. Alright, and that's a simple way of doing Navmesh, and it works. So have fun with it. Don't worry about it if you screw up the Navmesh. You can always go ahead and delete it all, and it's not a big deal. And start over if you have to. What you want to try to avoid is you want to try to avoid having the Navmesh like end up a piece out into the void or something, because characters will follow that Navmesh. Like if there was this piece here was all the way out in the void, they'd come up to it, and instead of going to these two, they'd try to follow it, and they'd sit there and they'd be standing there trying to run into the wall because they're trying to get to this space over here and they can't. So alright, just to be certain, go ahead and hit your finalize cell complete again. You can go ahead and close that. Click on your render window, push A to turn off your lights, and go ahead and save your mod. And it'll give you this right here. This is not anything you did wrong. You'll notice that the cell is in the pine forest, and it says it has it's Navmesh in the pine forest 24 has a portal with no Navmesh. Removing the portal, just click yes to all, and it'll do all that and be pre-computing. Okay, next episode we'll go ahead and start more with clutter. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.